In Harrisburg last week, 15 Republicans joined Democrats in the State House to elect a new Speaker, Democrat Mark Rozzi.
As political editor Jon Delano reports, the key Republican behind that show of unity is now calling on Rozzi to resign.
Both are survivors of child sexual abuse and have been friends. But State Representative Jim Gregory, a Republican, who nominated Democrat Mark Rozzi to be Speaker of the State House, says Rozzi lied to him.
And unfortunately and sadly, lying in politics should not be an excuse.
Gregory says Rozzi promised he would switch parties from Democrat to Independent, which would mean neither party would have a majority on the House floor.
Find someone who would be willing to commit and promise to go independent. I thought we had that person because he made that commitment to me and he made that commitment to others. And when he read his speech, he made the commitment to the people of Pennsylvania. People don't live up to commitments, and he has not lived up to his. I did ask for him to resign, and I think he needs to resign.
Gregory says Republicans, who until the special elections in February outnumber the Democrats, may try to remove Rozzi as Speaker. But Gregory suspects Rozzi is in cahoots with the Democrats to keep the House adjourned to prevent a motion to reorganize.
That would have been our next order. They know we still have the majority, and we could have done that. And so now they sent us home, and we won't come back until after the special election, which means once those are done, we'll be in the minority, and they just basically ran out the clock until they have the majority.
I reached out to Speaker Rozzi and Democratic leaders for comment. They had none. Rozzi did issue a video saying the House must pass Gregory's constitutional amendment so victims of child sexual abuse could sue their abusers.
Let me be clear. As long as I am Speaker of the House of Representatives, the House will consider no other legislation until the General Assembly passes the language of Representative Gregory's constitutional amendment.
So far, no sign that that is happening or that Rozzi will resign either. If Democrats win all 3 special elections in Allegheny County next month, some sources tell me there may be an effort to replace Rozzi with House Democratic leader Joanna McClinton. But even that's not a certainty. Welcome back to the old Harrisburg. Jon Delano, KDKA News.